welcome to Abu Dhabi for the third round of the 2023 Asian Le Mans Series. After 2 rounds in Dubai, we've gone south to the capital of the United Arab Emirates, here at the Yas Marina Circuit, one of the most modern and spectacular circuits in the world, and home, of course, to the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. Measuring just under 5.3 kilometres long and with 16 turns, let's find out more about this circuit with this onboard commented by the 5 times 24 Hours of Le Mans champion, Oliver Gavin.
On board here with the number 9 P3 car for Graf, heading down pit lane, and we're just going to do a lap of the Yas Marina Circuit here in Abu Dhabi. 16 turns, 5.55 kilometres. Into turn 1, hard on the brakes, about 110 kilometres an hour at apex there. Second gear, hard on the power, off of there, flat out through turn 2, about 190 kilometres an hour, and then a little breathe for turn 3, 195 kilometres an hour. Being careful of the track limits on the exit there as you're coming down the hill and into turn 5. New tarmac, high grip, really good grip here, about second gear, 80 kilometres an hour. Important to get a very good exit for lap time there. This is a good opportunity coming up now, coming into turn 6 for overtaking. It's the longest straight on the racetrack. Looking for that opportunity to pass somebody in your class or to get through traffic. Coming down hard on the brakes now into turn 6, all the way down the box into first gear. 60 k's an hour at the apex there. Very important exit here to get the traction, tricky, a little bit off camber. You're rowing again up through the gears and looking at passing people on this part of the racetrack. Nice open big piece of racetrack, lining yourself up for turn 9. Multi-class racing, super important. Your position here, turn 9, another place that has got a lot of grip, and it's multi-lines and lanes here, which really helps with this multi-class racing. So as you come through and off, flat out through turns 10 into 11, then hard on the brakes with the W Hotel right in front of you, down to about 90 kilometres an hour. Another tricky left-hander off camber, still second gear, and another tricky left-hander off camber. It's super important with the traction off of here, and then lining yourself up for the last 2 corners of the racetrack as you're coming down into the final corner, second gear, 90 kilometres an hour at the apex, and that is another lap of the Yas Marina Circuit here in Abu Dhabi.
So that's a preview of the track here at Yas Marina, but let's kind of refresh our memories as to what happened in Dubai Autodrome, just first 2 rounds of this Asian Le Mans Series 2023. So who were the standout drivers for you, Oliver Gavin?
Well, in P2, I think in the DKR car, it's Ayunshan Given. He did a fantastic job bringing that car through, helping to bring it through to those 2 second places that they had. I think in the 43 car, Nolan Seagull again was spectacular. He really helped them get that victory in race 2. And then you've got Kiffin Simpson in the 25 car, who again was unbelievably quick in that first race and really helped propel them to the victory there. So, I mean, I'm really looking forward to seeing those guys on track, battling it out. You know, Malte Jakobsen is also another with 37 who has been spectacularly quick. So there's so much talent in that P2 class. Really looking forward to that.
Okay, so that's the individual drivers. What about teams? Who have impressed you, and who should we be looking out for here in Abu Dhabi?
Well, beyond P2, and Ollie's absolutely right, P2's been stellar, but the battles in the classes have been great as well. LMP3, it's a 15-car grid here, and at least half of those teams can and will be in the fight for podium positions and championship winning positions. The points are very tight. MV2S with Graf, with Nielsen, with the Rinaldi cars, and with DKR Engineering. Watch this space for who's going to end up on the 3 steps of the podium. GT, it's a balanced performance class. It's a new circuit. The slate is wiped clean. The Volkenhurst BMWs can be tough to catch, but they've got a stellar driver lineup. Behind them, anybody's guess who from the Mercedes, the Porsche, the Aston Martin, the McLarens, the Lamborghini, the Ferraris. Who's going to be strong here? The best part of this, as it often is with sports car racing, is we don't yet know, but we're going to have a great deal of fun finding out.
Absolutely. So much yet to come from here at Yas Marina.
This car, the very different livery for the 24 Nielsen racing car. Rodrigo Sales will start the car. This is our reigning championship winning squad.
Yeah, Rodrigo earlier on in the week wasn't so happy. Then he was a lot happier, and it seems like now going into the event, I would say that he is full of confidence.
Impressive in qualifying.
Yeah, and he's seemed very bubbly, very positive, but just before the start of the race today. So I think that they've got a very good chance.
This the second place car in the order and second place in both of the races in Dubai, so sitting pretty well there for a solid run at this title. The number 3 car from DK Engineering, the Luxembourg-based team that have so much success in LMP3 in recent years and stepping into LMP2 at Le Mans last year, and now a full season here.
But as we saw last year in P3, you know, the cars that ended up winning the championship, that wasn't the car that was really super fast or even winning, and it could well be that DKR managed to pull that off here this weekend in P2, because they're not necessarily the quickest, but they are performing every weekend.
So grid formed up, doors still open and driver attendants still there, but the grid cleared and ready, waiting time now to get this event underway.
1 minute board on the grid. 1 minute. You may now start your engines. Please clear the grid immediately. Please clear the grid
Chevy
immediately.
Camaro, safety car there, ready to lead them around.
That's the road car version, of course, of the car that NASCAR are bringing to Le Mans this year, which is amazing. That livery, by the way.
Garage 56 entry.
Yep, revealed last night for Jimmy Johnson, for Mike Rockenfeller, ex-teammate of yours, and of course Jensen Button. Amazing crew.
Yeah, that should be
30
fantastic.
seconds, under 30 seconds to start the formation lap for the 4 hours of Abu Dhabi.
Remember, that is the voice of our race director, Eduardo Freitas from Portugal, a very familiar voice indeed to fans of endurance racing worldwide.
Yeah, and
about to roll that safety car ahead of a lap controlled by the Camaro. Green flag, by the look of it, will be in the hands of Pierre Fillon, the president of the ACO, the organisation that controls.
Green flag, start of the formation lap. Green flag, we have started the formation lap for the 4 hours of Abu Dhabi. Please minimize the gaps as much as possible. Please minimize the gaps as much as possible. It's a very long and very beautiful line, but minimize the gaps.
Now this is the moment. As a driver, you're really trying to focus on what you need to do for that turn 1, how the car's prepared, really how you're preparing yourself. Any of those final checks, you're just looking at, whether it's the dash or just any temperatures or pressures, but you're really just building up for that moment for when you're released onto the front straight.
So safety car will peel off. The field will then be under the control of the pole sitter, Ahmed Al-Hati. Jangly nerve moment for him, but a proud one as well. And in comes the bright red Camaro. Ahmed Al-Hati just keeps it nice and steady. We'll look to just make sure he's got his line correct here. Has to go across the grid hatchings to start this race, these 2 lines. And at any moment now, the lights will go out and then engine notes will rise, and then we'll be underway for the 4 hours of Abu Dhabi, and that is going to happen right now. And Ahmed Al-Hati gets a great start there. Also good start from Rodrigo Sales. Aggressive start from Charlie Cruz. Around the outside for Yas Marina. It's gone around. Rodrigo Sales, I think, lifted off there. don't think there's contact that led to that. There was contact a little earlier, but not at that moment. So Rodrigo hopefully will survive that moment. But Ahmed Al-Hati under pressure from Sally Jolic and Charlie Cruz as Alexandra Kwani and Paul Di Resta immediately up and onto the
big
tail.
spin at the back there, coming out of turn 4. There's one of the Ferraris, Stefano Constantini. Yeah, he spun, and everybody I think has managed to avoid him.
Wow. Oh,
77. 77 going off.
That's the old chicane, isn't it? There was there must have been contact there.
Wow, this has been action-packed.
Sally Jolic on the inside here is going to take the lead from Ahmed Al-Hati. Charlie Cruz looking to do the same.
Charlie was.
Here comes Paul Di Resta already up to third, and we're barely halfway around this lap.
Yeah, Charlie Cruz started aggressively. There was a little touch at the start into turn 1, and now he's right on the gearbox of the DKR car, and he's looking possibly to go round the outside. Looks like he's still trying to get those tyres up to pressure and temperature, but here comes Paul Di Resta. Yeah. He's
over the curbs. Charlie Cruz, I think, has got that done.
Yeah.
And will, I think, hold that through the next couple of turns here. Sally Jolic just tucks in behind him.
Got it deep.
He's gone too deep for Charlie Cruz. That's going to compromise him on the exit up the inside. Sally Jolic goes. Paul Di Resta, there's no room there, but is the room on the exit?
Whoa, this is nip and tuck first lap.
But further trouble in GT.
Wow.
But we're sticking with the lead at the moment. Charlie Cruz still toughs it out, and Paul Di Resta still hasn't passed the two of them.
Safety car deployed. Safety car deployed.
Wow.
Safety car deployed. We are under safety car. Leader, slow down. We are under safety car.
Whoa. There's a lot happening here. A lot of info not necessarily getting through to the drivers. The drivers still think they're racing, but they are under safety car now. Yeah, they're going to be working hard now, just trying to get everything back up to temp. Interesting to see how Charlie Cruz goes here. He looks like he's going already.
He is, yeah. Well, he's in a relatively comfortable position here because he can do what he likes with the number 43 car against the 3, and then it's about Paul Di Resta trying to find a way past Sally Jolic. Yeah. And what is Paul going to do? Is there going to be there's no room to do it at the inside here? It's not going to happen that quickly.
Turn
Looking
5.
behind, as what's happening in LMP3 here, still quite neat and tidy.
Yep,
but
Tony
my
Wells.
guess would be you're going to be seeing a United Autosports car. There's going to be looking to be something other than third. Yeah. As quickly as he possibly can be.
I would say turn 5 will be the spot. If not there, be turn 6. He'll be looking to make his move.
So back up to speed we go, and there is the second of the United cars trying to make his way past the LMP3 leader, and now is trying to deal with the challenge of Mira Konopka in the 44 ARC Bratislava car. Good run, by the way, from Charlie Cruz here. Kept his head as the race came back to green. Yeah. Kept his head in traffic, survived the impacts for the rear from the Nielsen racing car. Yeah. Keep an eye on progress, by the way, back up through the order from the 24.
I don't think there's any damage to it. I think now Paul will just be looking to line him up to come down into turn 5. I think it's well placed. And it's how he now deals with... Yeah, is he going to go up the inside? No, he's going to make sure that he can slingshot through turn 5, get that really good drive off, and he's already got good drive off of there. He's using a bit of side draft now, just to get himself slingshot through and past Charlie Cruz, get the deal done into turn 6.
He's already by, and that's done. And let's now see what the pace of Paul Di Resta can do. Charlie Cruz going in deeper though on the brakes will look to make it difficult for Paul, but no chance there. Yeah. And that should be the Rapid Scott away. Contesting position here with Rodrigo Salas in behind this group and looking to make his way by. Yeah. Well up there from the number 95 car.
We'll just want to make sure he's keeping on the racing surface there, Rodrigo.
It's Enrique Chavez who has started the number 95, and he's contesting this battle for second place between the 34, the 33, the purple car started by Alfred Renoir. So another of the teams opting not to start the bronze driver. This time Enrique Chavez goes by the BMW, and this is going to be an interesting battle side by side. Yeah. Who's got the ponies?
Yeah, smart racing there by Chavez, just getting up the inside, getting good drive, using a little bit curve at the apex. But it's going to be all about who can go, which line is best. Is it the high line? Is it the low line? And it looks like Chavez has managed to make it stick.
It's marginally compromised there, wasn't he? It certainly had much more straight line speed than the Porsche did ahead of him.
He's, is it WTM by Ronaldo, number 11 car. Torsten Kratz is, well, just continuing with his form that we saw in Dubai.
Well, he's pulled out 3.5 seconds on Tony Wells since the safety car was withdrawn.
Wow.
That is some run. And again, this has been the class of the field in bronze driver hands.
Yeah, yeah,
we look
really
back
is.
here, this is the lead car in GT, Liam Talbot in that number 72 Hub Auto racing car.
Yeah, yeah, and he is...
Up the inside goes Chavez, and this looks like a run for second, not being able to do it there, though.
No. No, it's a good battle here between the 33 and the 95. You get the feeling that Chavez is slightly quicker, but he needs to get it done before this section of the racetrack. I think that the Porsche is just that little bit better here.
He's pulled away from the BMW. That was a battle for position last time through.
Yeah.
This time, clear air.
And they are actually catching Liam Talbot, aren't they?
AMG plays Porsche, plays Aston Martin, plays BMW, plays Ferrari.
Yeah.
BOP perhaps a bit better here.
Full course yellow.
Full course yellow, and that will be, I'm sure, from that fluid down, and there will, I'm sure, be debris as well. So this just brings things down to a more even tempo while race control sort out what the issue is, and that's Paul di Resta coming in.
Wow.
Now,
wow, this is...
I don't quite understand that unless there's going to be a rapid driver change.
They're going to use this as one of their 100 seconds.
They will use it as 100 seconds. And they're going to put in Jim Maguire. They'll be losing less time under a full course yellow on track than they otherwise would. So just to remind viewers here, and the number 2 car is going to make it back, I think, to pit lane. There it is. Every car in every class must complete 3 mandatory 100-second stops. This is principally to take the panic, should we say, the urgency out of the stops. That particularly significant for LMP3 and GT.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Full course yellow removed. Thank you. Full course yellow removed.
This is the battle immediately again for the GT cars, and it looks as if that car guy car has not suffered any major maladies as a result of that 3 wide.
No, that's quite a tricky place to have the full course yellow sort of removed, and you're back to racing.
Back off it.
Yeah, you're on it, and then you've got to get on the brakes to come into a corner like turn 6. And judging your speed, you've got so used to driving around here and your natural cadence and braking points. And it seems like Liam's just got thrown a little bit by.
This is Mikkel Jensen. Yeah. It's Mikkel Jensen going to the front, and that is the platinum driver for Car Guy. So another team that's chosen to put their quick guy or quickest guy in first. Unsurprising that he could deal with the bronze driving talents of Liam Talbot, who had led that race convincingly until the full course yellow. This is John Falb and Ahmed Al-Hati. This is the battle for third.
I think Ahmed Al-Hati's really getting the bit between his teeth now.
Oh, that's a big one.
Oh, no.
That's the rear wheel off that car. That's the car that's just been in for repair.
Yeah, it's gone in big.
That's turn one. Something's let go.
He's struck the wall on the left, driver's left, coming down.
You can see the impact zone, can't you? It's going to be safety car.
Yeah.
That's not a surprise at all.
No. Well, these boys are going to start getting out of it here. Get the message to them on the radio that they are under safety car. The board there on the right, you see that on the right side there of the screen.
Let's watch this.
What's happening here? Oh no,
can't see it.
No, I think that he's got 2 or 3 cars together
around him. There's no other car with him at that point though, so was that just offline?
No.
Or did he take a hit?
No, he's not gone off like that on his own. I can't believe that.
It's a red flag, and I'm not surprised by that. I think that might be to do with the barrier damage. We are under red flag conditions. It's going to be that barrier that took the initial 2 hits, by the look of it, from that car. And we are going to pause for, at the very least, assessment
We're going for a red flag. The safety car will stop ahead of the start lights further down the road. The safety car will stop ahead of the start lights so that everyone can be accommodated on the start-finish straight. I have a big repair on the guardrail to do, and it's either that or the whole race behind the safety car.
Let's go down to another interview. This time it is the dominant force of the bronze in LMP3. Torsten Kratz, he's quite fast. He's with Haley Edmonds on the grid.
So I'm joined here by Torsten Kratz. Torsten Kratz, I mean, with regards to getting poles, you haven't done too badly over the course of these this Asian Le Mans Series 2023, because you got a double in Dubai and you got a double here as well.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. We have a perfect car. The team made a brilliant setup for both tracks now, and yeah, of course we have been happy for the 4 poles, but pole is only half of the story. We saw it in Dubai, where we have some bad luck, had some bad luck, and I mean, now today it went quite well. It was a chaotic start at the beginning. I went through this quite smoothly, and we have been able to build up a gap of, I'm not sure, but it was above 10 seconds, and everything was going well. I thought, okay, now we can manage it to the first pit stop, and then the red flag is there, and now we are back in the game. It's tightening up a bit, and yeah, let's see.
Safety car is now leaving the grid.
We're back underway.
Back underway. Absolutely, it's extraordinary. And the HRT car it's
been released from the pit lane.
Does that mean that the 10 Get Speed car has as well?
No, it has not.
I'm confused.
Well, I can only imagine there's a difference between a car that was on pit lane and ready to be released when the track was green and a car that was on the grid under red flag conditions. So are they going to allow him to rejoin?
Because if the 10 had gone out, he would have actually got a lap on everybody. There we go. Safety car in, the end of this lap. And I'm really interested to see here who pits.
I think we might see almost the whole field down pit lane here.
Yeah. The boys are going to be busy. They're going to be primed, ready to go. There might be a few that just go, okay, all right, we'll just leave it a lap because of how busy it is.
I think that might be a smart move here, to be honest with you. I think it might be a very smart move, is to be that guy that
So you're saying that what I'm suggesting is the right thing?
You're in the ballpark.
Oh my word.
But you know, it is that thing around having space to work. We're going to be under green flag conditions anyway. You're not losing anything other than another lap on track with very little traffic. But no, they'd lead 2 cars, 3. So I'm completely wrong.
Yeah, absolutely.
Maybe that's it. They've all had the same idea. So Yas Marina leads the field away with Charlie Cruz in his wheel tracks, 2 LMP2 cars at this field.
Yeah, they're very tentative. They're very sort of inside the car, not really letting it rip. They're just trying to get things back up to temperature again and just tentatively filling.
Charlie Cruz goes to the lead, and that's a big lunge, but it's safe and sound though.
Yeah.
Neatly done.
Confident, very confident there. Got it done. No lock brakes. Now he's looking to defend, and the long run down here into turn 6. He's just driving down the inside there. He's all over the dirt and the rubbish.
Yeah, left-hand wheels on the white line there. That really was defensive from the very start, looking for the ideal line. He's got it.
Yeah, he's got it stopped, and he should be good now. He's going to get off of there and down to 9. Have we got anything going on behind?
Oh, plenty.
Yeah, hopefully everybody's got through there untouched. Now,
this is the battle for second place. Yasser Shaheen trying to fend off Ahmed Al Hati. So Yasser from Australia, and another of our this season LMP2 debutants, and Ahmed Al Hati this weekend an LMP2 debutant.
He's going to go for it.
Second up the inside. Can't get it done there though.
No, but I think both of them outbrake themselves a little bit.
It's inexperience at this point.
Yeah.
Ahmed just looking for where the bite point is for him.
Yeah.
He seems to have the speed in a straight line over the United car.
Yeah, they do. They really do. And, you know, is that something that they've decided to do? Mix up here with the strategies on the car and looking for that lower downforce setup. Looking at different lines here at turn 9, and he's got it done. Oh, nicely done.
Both experienced GT drivers, these 2 racers.
Yeah.
And with success too for both of them.
Yeah.
But that is
Ahmed Al Hati. Yeah, he did look like he had just so much more confidence in the car in the middle of the corner, and he just got on the throttle and drove it through and off.
Three-car battle, the 9, the 63, and the 1.
Yeah. Oh, it's 3 side by side.
This is 7th place. It is James Dayson, Sebastian Page, and Nick Adcock, and three wide, and just gently easing over, and then eases back the other way, and that's not going to work either. Drops back this time. Lets these two sort it out in the chicane.
Nicely done by Nick there, just getting it done. And spoke to him just before the race, and he was,
That's the leader lapping these 3.
Oh wow.
That's what the safety car has done.
Yeah, MV2S have really got themselves in a cracking spot. And number 4 car, the Nielsen car, is not too far behind. This variety of lines here through turn 9, and MV2S are really on a bit of a tear here.
Well, that will, this traffic will be helping Matt Bell to close that gap. It is Matt Bell now aboard the car, one of the 2 driver squads we've got here. Matt Bell pretty fired up. It's Fabien Laverne in the MV2S car. That gap, one to watch, 13 seconds right now. Great lap time last time around from Fabien Laverne, but this will not be helping his attack.
No, not at all. Not at all.
It's the DKR car.
These guys are, you get the feeling that everybody's still sort of recovering from that safety car period in the stoppage. MV2S down the inside.
Clears that car. Clears the number 9.
72 car and the 19 still going at it here. And they are, where are they?
5th.
Fifth.
6th.
Yeah, 6th and 7th. Yeah.
And that has got the LMP3 car there, is in that battle for position. It's been a hectic time in all 3 classes, but none less so than LMP2. Malte Jacobsen is aboard the 37 car, but Haley's got his co-driver, Alessandro Quani, in pit lane right now.
It was a relatively clean stint for you.
Yeah, I mean, it was a messy start of the race. I mean, we had a red flag, we had 2 full course yellows, a lot of things happening on the track, surprisingly. And well, the idea was just to stay out of the troubles, bring the car home, and try to keep it safe.
And hand over to Malte Jacobsen. Now, Malte Jacobsen was, of course, a phenomenal in a car this year. Of course, he's driving in an LMP2 car. But also yourself, you took a year out last year, and you're back as well. Tell us about this pairing and how it's going between you.
It's really cool. I mean, Malte is doing an amazing job. I think he proved it. Me, now it's coming back to the rhythm I used to have. The confidence I had in the traffic. It takes a while to get it back, but I mean, generally it's coming back well. And doing the Asian was a very good training to come back strongly in the LMS.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Oh. Coming down, and he's got past Paul DeResta, has got past Ocean Given, coming down into turn 1. Oh, but he's got held up. And no, he gets the deal done, and Paul DeResta gets it executed well, but they're going to have muck on the tyres. Sure, the car's going to be moving around underneath them as they get on the brakes down into turn 5.
Jacobsen is right there. Look back and you'll see 2 seconds back down the road. That's Jacobsen with behind, I think, the sister LMP3 car. There you go. The last car in that line is Malte Jacobsen. So that 6-second gap with that gaggle of traffic came down to next to nothing. He's in this fight.
He is. It's only 2 seconds back now.
So this is where it all happened. There's Gunnar Patterson. DeResta's crossed. Did he cross the line? Is that counted as overtaking off the track? What's good for the goose is good for the gander. If that's what happened to the 98 car, my guess is
it's going to happen to the 22.
I think it might.
Christian just got a little bit too greedy on the throttle there. The rear of the car just got a little bit unhooked, and Paul might be on him right in the toe. Which side's he going to go?
Goes to the outside. And he's committing to the outside here.
He is. He's going to switch back up to the inside. And he's going to get the drive off. Not quite. He's going to now have to use the traffic. Paul is going to have to breathe it and just see how Christian deals with the traffic in front. Paul is just almost wheel to wheel there.
I think there might have been contact there.
Yeah, a little bit of a touch. Paul put himself out there, and the car was only going to go one way. And has he done any damage? I don't think so.
I'm just looking, that looked to me like Jakobsen up the inside of Guven. Has he made it? He has. He has. He's through. There's traffic there, but it's going to...
Using the 10 car as a bit of a pick, and he's done it. And Paul is, I mean, this is going to be done.
But Jakobsen is going to be with him if he can't do it.
Yeah, I think Paul's going to get this done into 5 now. If he doesn't do it there, he'll be out of there and down to 6, doing the undercut.
There's traffic coming into the hairpin.
Here we go, he's lining them up.
Garnet Patterson getting back into the fight, by the way, after that quick spin.
There he goes. Paul was just absolutely telegraphing that, and he's now squeezing him, not giving him the line. He's getting the toe off the MV2S, Paul is. And
the DKR car, but you're right.
Paul used all of his experience there to really...
It's gone too deep here. Yes.
Christian just should give it up, because he's now going to get robbed possibly for another position by Malte Jakobsen. The team needs to be on the radio to him now, just saying, okay, just take a breath.
Great run here. Great run here from Jakobsen off that turn. He's flashing the lights here, goes to the inside. Can Bogle defend? He can't.
Wow.
It's going to go another way. Oh, it almost runs into the rear of the 57 car, which gets Kamura.
Yeah, I mean, just Malte just absolutely outthought him there and just boxed him straight in. I mean,
he's in a hurry here to get onto the back of Paul di Resta. There we go. We're going to see that stop on the way. It is a driver change, and it's Kevin Simpson who's been one of the standout talents here.
Really has.
Has to have those 3 time stops within the first 3.5 hours of the race. We are 4 minutes from the final hour of the penultimate race of this season. Here comes Leo Weiss. He's closing down on that 53 car.
77, I think, is just going in the pit lane. And Leo Weiss coming through. The 25, they're just having new boots put on. This will be the time stop. And 37 there also in pit lane.
So 35 seconds at the point at which the cars pitted was the lead gap, and this is going to compromise the 25 if they can't get the 98 on the dollies and out of the way. It's going to be Neil Jarni that takes over the car, and will go to the finish for this car.
Yeah.
And the dollies employed to put the car at an angle to clear the 98, so 25 should not have too much of a delay. Kevin Simpson.
Where's the 37? 37's right there. Oh, he's creeping away out the box.
That, I'll tell you one thing, that's not 35 seconds. Now, if you were to, having seen the first 2 races, if you were to bid for the opportunity to watch a 2-car battle, I think after Dubai, the prospect of watching Kevin Simpson and Malte Jakobsen duke it out might be pretty close to the top of the wish list.
No doubt, no doubt.
Now, did the 37 get cleanly away? It didn't look it, did it? He has gone out. It's there. Phil Hansen, by the way. There he goes. 20 seconds quicker on pit lane, so he had burned those stops, but that was, I think he had a problem there.
Yeah.
And he's still got a problem.
Yeah, he's going a little slowly here. Not entirely sure what's going on with the 37. Going now.
Watching. It's cold tyres. It's cold tyres.
Yeah.
New tyres.
Yeah, new tyres. Just getting them back up to 10.
That's what it is. Here's the 22, which we believe may still need another 100-second stop, and that is going to throw this wide open. Every one of the LMP2 cars requires another stop. Up the inside there from Phil Hansen, trying to defend the lead from Kevin Simpson. 13 seconds is the lead. Malte Jakobsen 12 seconds further back.
Yeah, that's yo-yoed somewhat.
Yeah, it has. That's all been traffic, I think. Pretty decent pace, or pretty regular pace between the 3 of them. Pretty even pace. That's John Eastwood trying to chase back. He's making up a little bit of time on Neil Jarni ahead of him, but not so very much. It's the number 3 DKR engineering car in the hands of Charlie Eastwood, one of the reigning champions in the LMS in LMP2 Pro-Am, with Racing Team Turkey, racing here for DKR, under pressure from Indy Next driver Nolan Siegel, who was stellar in the first race here at a battle I'll remember for a long time with Neil Jani. And stellar again in playing a full part in an excellent win for Inter Europol in the second race in Dubai. Does not look at the moment anything can happen in 50 minutes in sports car racing to be on track for another win here, but we have cars ahead that we think will need to drop time to the rest of this lead group in pit stops in the next, let's have a look at this, 18 minutes.
Besh has just got really held up there, and Neil Yarney's got a run on him, but the TF Sport car is just in the wrong place for Neil, the right place for Matthias, and just it's part of multi-class racing, just trying to pick your way through this traffic. It's tough. It can be hard, very, very hard. Splendid. All the way around the outside, he's trying to get it done. Look at that.
Traffic ahead, and it's going to play a part here. Who's going to get it right? It's going to be Neil Yarney. No, it isn't. Yes, it is. No, it isn't.
Matthias Besh around the outside of the Hub Auto car. Spectacular stuff.
Great stuff.
Oh, is Neil going to do it?
No, he's not made the pass yet. Still hasn't made it.
Oh, God, it's so close under the bridge there. It's so tricky off camber. And look at the way Matthias has just opened up that gap. But I think Neil's going to be back on him very, very shortly. Did not need a second invitation, did he? Great stuff here. Looked for what a moment as if Neil Yarney had made the right guess here. Yeah. Went up the inside, the gap appeared. To the outside went the gold car, with traffic looking like it blocked his way, but actually it was the right way through. Oh, extraordinary. Onto pit lane now from the lead car, the number 7 car. This surely must be a long stop. Yeah, must be a long stop, and they've got a significant amount of time over the car in P2, the 91. VTS comes to pit lane, so to Nielsen Racing. What's the gap? 3.6 seconds. Wow. And that's come down over 10 seconds in that stint from Matt Bell. Been a really good stint from the Nielsen Racing driver. Good stint as well, by the way, from Fabio Laverne. Better stint. He got a tear off. Oh, that's it. It's done. It's just like HD all of a sudden. Hashtag tear off, everybody. One thing we do know about Oliver Gavin, sports car racing legend, he likes to tear off. Oh, amazing. It's just awesome. Come in for a pit stop and they give you a tear off. It's just, like I say, HD. 43 in the box. They're going to have to push it back. This is really going to hurt the 43. Oh, really going to hurt the 43 here for their stop. They needed to have cleared that P3 car first, didn't they? And it didn't. Now there's confusion. Still waiting. What's going on here? There's serious confusion. They're in the wrong box. They've got to put up the dollies. It's game over, really, for any kind of challenge for the win for the 43 now. That's disaster. They're going in the box. No, they're not. It's not close enough to the fuel. Oh, no. Oh, it's not close enough to the fuel. In comes a 22 from the lead. In comes a 25 from second. Where's Malte Jakobsen? Is he on pit lane yet? No, he's gone through. He's gone through. He will lead the race. Yeah. And will go longer. He doesn't need to burn that final stop. Oh, now it's all going to be about the pit stop time here. This is gripping stuff. So this is first and second in the race coming into this pit stop, 22 and 25. But both, we believe, will need to complete a 100-second stop. Going into the lead will still need to stop, but can do it as quick as they can fill the car with enough fuel. 43 goes away. This is frustrating stuff for these two teams. They're burning this lead. I think it's a 37, now coming through 5. 47 seconds ahead of Matthias Besh. And Besh still needs to stop, doesn't he? He does, yes he does. And so does Neil Yarney. And so does Malte Jakobsen, of course. Yeah, yeah.
So the top three cars, 37, 24, 98, all need to stop, but will only need to stop for as long as they need for fuel to finish the race. In come the second and third place car, nose to tail. Nielsen Racing at a stop. 99 Racing with the crew member of the lollipop waving Neil Yanni in. It will be the same driver. It'll be fuel only, I'm sure. And it's how quick can that fuel go in? We wait for Malte Jakobsen to complete yet another lap. He's going long on this. He's got to tear off. Okay. Neil Yanni sits there. In comes Malte Jakobsen into the hotel section. He's got traffic.
Yeah, it's anxious times there at Cool Racing. Anxious times. They won't be enjoying this. Seeing Malte Jakobsen.
Car 98 gets a drive-through penalty for track limits.
Wow.
They're out of this.
And they've gone for tyres as well. And he's still not on pit lane, 37. Still not on pit lane.
So out of the fight now, because there will be another pit stop for the 99 Racing car. 24 leaves. It's right here and it's right now. And he's on pit lane now for what should be a splash of fuel for the final 24 minutes.
It's just all about just executing this final stop. Just nice and cool, boys. Just get it done.
So completing the lap to unlap themselves as he gets to the pit stop is Phil Hansen. Ollie Jarvis all over him for second place. Well, for first place now. Oh no, apologies. A lap down. Still second place.
Still second place.
Confusing myself here. So Cool Racing just have to execute this pit stop. No mistakes. Fuel only. We
That's
wait.
It. And it is super close for positions 4, 5 and 6.
Fuel is off. They go.
And away he
and
goes.
Phil Hansen has not cleared sector 2.
Look at this. 4th, 5th and 6th here in P2.
This is great stuff. This is the battle for second position. That's Ollie Jarvis in the orange, black and white car. Phil Hansen in the traditionally liveried blue, red and white United Autosports car. And Jarvis, the cunning old fox of this lot. Ex-Audi factory driver, ex-Bentley factory driver. Reigning IMSA champion. Up the inside. Not there, Ollie. He's going to pressure his teammate, pushes him wider, forces him wider. He hasn't got the confidence to close the gap there. This is going to be all about pressure. Who's next next back there? It's Matthias Pesch, 7 seconds back of this. But this is looking good for United. 2-3 at the moment.
Yeah.
The gap will call at the next timing sector, but it's almost 2 minutes.
I'm sure Richard is watching this intently. Richard Dean, boss at United.
Much better performance from them today.
Yeah.
The red flag has helped them, make no mistake. But what can you say about this young man and this performance from Cool Racing? Well, there's plenty of time to say it in 22 minutes. Let's see just how well he brings it home. Here is Kevin Simpson, it's closed, it's gone, he's got it! He's off! He's in the barrier. That's a disaster for them.
No.
How did that happen?
He was trying to get up the inside. He was trying to get up the inside of the 44. Here we go, watching it again. He was trying to get up the inside of the 44 to get a good run off and not give up much time to Ollie Jarvis.
Got the curb.
Just lost the rear, and then it just snaked back over.
Quite a big biff as well.
Yeah.
Can he get that car rolling?
Yeah, I wonder if he can get that out of there and going again.
Still yellow flags.
Yeah.
And that's cost them
that's a big move there in the championship. Huge news.
So championship leaders, Algarve Pro Racing, when it looked as if there might be an opportunity to make a telling move in points on the way to the title, Kevin Simpson is in the wall at the final turn. We've still got yellow flags. He's not got that car moving.
Yeah, he might have some significant damage there. He slapped the wall, hit the wall pretty hard, side on. Oh, it's been just the next level of performance here in P2. And in the all of the Asian Le Mans Series, every single class has really been stellar.
Penultimate turn, one corner from home, and then plants his foot on the gas to cross the line for the win for the 37 Cool Racing Oreca from Switzerland. Malte Jakobsen from Denmark. and Alexander Kwani from Switzerland take the win and get points on the board here. Next across the line for our class winners is going to be a dominant win, aided a little by the safety car interruption, or the red flag interruption, but a fine win nonetheless for the number 7 crew from HRT. And it's going to be Al Faisal Al Zubair that brings that car home, and they will be utterly delighted with that. The final class winner follows in the wheel tracks. Momentarily here to see Matt Bell take the win for Nielsen Racing, the number 4 he shares with Tony Wells, and they're back on the hunt for their title.
That's fantastic. All 3 winners, very well deserved. All 3 of those cars in all of those classes, they've all been strong, all been fast, and really executed today. So well done to the winners. Absolutely stellar, fantastic. Just running through the overall classification here from race 1 here, the 4 hours of Abu Dhabi. Number 37 takes the victory with Cool Racing. Second place, 22 United Autosports, followed by their teammates, the number 23 car in third. And as we're working our way down into P3, the number 4 Nielsen car take the victory from the number 29 MV2S Racing, and then third is the number 11 WTM by Rinaldi. And then we're getting down and into the GT field, and that was secured by the number 7 Hapt Racing Team Mercedes AMG, followed by the 91 Pure Racing Herberth Porsche, and then third, the final spot on the podium was the 19 Lippert Lamborghini.
Malte Jakobsen, I am speechless, but not surprised. Congratulations for your first race victory in an LMP2 car. How do you feel?
Thank you very much. It's an amazing feeling. It was a long race, as I did the last around 2 hours on my own. But I just want to say a huge thank you to Cool Racing and Alex as well, who did an amazing job in the first hour. And the team have done an amazing job the whole weekend. And we have been prepared really well from Dubai and learned a lot, even though the races were not quite playing in our favor. But I think we showed today what we can do.
There is the situation in the team points. DK Engineering take the lead in the championship by 9 points, thanks to that 9th place for Algarve Pro Racing. Cool Racing on same points as Algarve Pro. They can do this, you know. Wow. Into Europol, 2 points behind. Nielsen Racing, 2 points behind. United Autosports are 14 points off the lead. You know what? This is going to be a corker. It is. That is setting up an absolutely amazing finale here tomorrow. Do not miss this.
Firstly, congratulations, you've just won the 4 hours of Abu Dhabi. I mean, tell us all about how the race went for you.
Good calls on the pit strategy from the team. I enjoyed the start. I almost got the lead into turn 1, so yeah, the car was nice. We had a good run, we kept clean, made a good call on the pit strategy, and you know, just kept out of trouble, and then suddenly it all just kind of worked out.
Fantastic performance by him and all of the Nielsen crew.
There are the point standings. It's a little bit more of a gap there. MV2S coming out 10 points ahead now of the number 8 Graf Racing team. DKR in the hunt here for double title wins, 43 points, albeit 15 points off MV2S, with Nielsen Racing a further 10 points away and now out of the running. No, they can still just do it, just mathematically. So they are the teams, the 4 teams that mathematically can still do this.
victory for you today in GT, a very complicated race, but what a victory for an Omani team.
Yeah, definitely a great job. Martin started off amazing and Collie and a stint and Luca. And yeah, to end it off was a bit more difficult with one track limit left. So we played it safe, but yeah, good to get the victory and hopefully another one tomorrow.
Let's look at the points. Valkenhurst Motorsport take a very healthy points lead. It is 16 points to the good from Haupt Racing Team's number 7. Close that gap. But Valkenhurst need a good result tomorrow to secure the title. Get Speed's number 10 car had a strange race today. They are just still in the hunt tomorrow.
What a cracking round 3 race that was from here at Yas Marina Circuit in Abu Dhabi. In LMP2, the Danish rocket Malte Jakobsen worked his way up from P7 to win in his class. In LMP3, it's car number 4 from Nielsen Racing that took the victory, and in GT3, Haupt Racing Team got their first win in Asian Le Mans Series in their class. So it leaves us to say see you tomorrow, where the overall winners of each class will be crowned here in Abu Dhabi, and they will of course win that prestigious invitation to race at this year's 24 Hours of Le Mans. See you then.